So we're back. Literally, like, how many hours?
It is. We've been in Beckley for
Since 3. No.
since 2, so it's been over 5 hours.
Yeah, it is now.
That movie was longer than I thought it was.
It's now 7. We actually, it was supposed to start at 2, but it was wrong online. So the one that we watched was 5:20. It was actually 5 o'clock.
Yeah, online and at the ticket thing it said 5:20. But we get down like the hall to go to the movie theater. And we're like, well, we're already here. We
Might
did
as
some
well.
pottery. I'll put the pictures in somewhere. But we walk down the hall and it says 5 o'clock, and we're like, well, maybe that's why because we were here like 10, 15 minutes early for the 2 o'clock one. So it's like, oh, maybe that's what happened. We were here at 2 and it was like at 1:40 something or whatever.
Yeah, and so we missed it.
Yeah.
But we painted some pottery, and as we painted it, we also watched the second movie.
Yeah, shout out to the pottery place.
They're super, super chill, and like I loved painting there. It was so much fun. We go there for birthdays, and we have a good time. And then we hit up Sweet Frog and had some
Sweet Frog.
Had some of that, yeah. And we finished the rest of our movie, and then we went in and we watched our movie. I have to say, genuinely, I'm ready for the second one already.
I still live by my saying that live actions are cash grabs. But there's no reason to make a movie if it's shot for shot. But they almost did it, and they were almost good at it. I almost went out in front of a cop.
Hello, police officer.
Me getting hit by a cop, and it's all my fault.
It's like, what the freak?
Hold on a minute.
No, it was literally...
It was very well made.
Yeah, I loved it.
The acting was great.
That boy's gonna be the next Spider-Man.
He looks like he could be Spider-Man.
And if he's not...
A Spider-Man, I should say.
I will be upset. If he's not...
Make him like the next Spider-Man, because I feel like Marvel's grasping at straws with
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And everything that they have.
Yeah, because which technically it's Sony, but... And I get that they want to finish like this Peter Parker.
Don't you?
The fuck is wrong with you?
What are you doing?
I'm like, you need to stop, dude. There's a sign.
He didn't even have a seatbelt on.
He wasn't even looking at us. He didn't even check. He was looking down, and he looked up and he saw us.
And that's why he slammed on his brakes.
Yep. That's why I hit my horn real quick, because he wasn't looking.
Yeah.
I've been hitting my horn a lot lately. If anybody ever watches any of my videos ever, you'll see me hit my horn like 30 times.
Yeah.
Because people don't pay attention. Why am I the one paying attention? I never pay attention.
Yeah.
Why do I have to be the one paying attention now?
Honestly, yeah. But anyways, back to the movie. It was almost scene for scene. They had a couple extras that they added in. This will have spoilers, just letting you all know.
Yeah, spoiler alert for live action How to Train Your Dragon.
If you haven't watched, go watch and then come back.
Yeah, we watched it on a Thursday. They had an early showing.
Yeah, we had to watch it though. Like,
yeah, we had to. We didn't watch the scary movie because it's like not keeping out in Beckley until like freaking midnight.
9. Yeah. So this movie, we watched it, and it was at 5 is whenever it started, like around 5:10, I want to say, because of credits. And then, no, actually 5, because we got in there early too. So 5 is whenever it started, and around, we're out now at 7:30. I think around 7:10 is whenever it ended. So that's like a 2-hour movie. And you know what? It doesn't feel like 2 hours. You are zoned in on that thing. Like me personally, I was sitting there, I was like, man, this is so good. And I was sitting there talking to Alyssa because I took my phone out of my pocket. And I look at it, and I go, oh my gosh, it's almost 7 o'clock. And Alyssa's like, what do you mean? I was like, we've only been here for 2 hours. And she looks at her phone, and it just clicks.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, we've been sitting here. And we had the theater to ourselves most of the time.
Okay, yeah. So we get in, and then it takes a couple of minutes, and come on, Kia, let's go. And then this family, it is a mom and a dad and a little boy. He looks to be like maybe 3 or 4 years old.
Yeah.
And
between 3 and 5.
Yeah. And he comes running in, and as soon as he comes running in, he's screaming.
Like running in, screaming, you know. And
he's not listening.
the parents are like being like, shh, You gotta.
Yeah, they're trying to settle him down.
They're trying to be parents, you know.
Yeah, and they're trying. You can tell. And he does settle down, but in the beginning of the movie, he's up running around back and forth.
It may
screaming.
have been like for 5 to 10 minutes of the movie. And they kept getting on to him.
Yeah.
They kept trying to like make him sit back down and everything.
And he kept trying to run away. And then the mom finally was like, "No, okay, let's go." And so she leaves with him. The dad's still in there watching the movie. And then I assume he gets a text message from his wife or something.
Being like, he's not calming down.
Yeah, and she didn't want to ruin the movie for us. That was very respectful. I think what they did was right there. I feel really bad that they couldn't watch the movie with us. And I hope that they're able to come back with their son whenever he's a little more calm and actually be able to watch that movie. Yeah. Because I feel like a little kid would enjoy it. Would it be a little scary because the realistic dragons? Yeah, but you know what? I feel like it's not overly scary. You don't see like missing limbs or anything like that. Like this kid would be able to watch it. It's still a good kid show. But I liked it a lot. This guy, he was good with like the hand motions.
Yeah, the guy that got playing Hiccup, killer.
Oh yeah.
Astrid's actor, killer.
Yeah.
Fish Lake's actor, killer.
Oh my gosh,
all of them nailed it. They nailed the casting.
Yeah, they really did. Everyone was like hating on them for the casting too. Why? It was so good. They knew what they were doing, and they didn't change their casting either. They stuck to what they knew, and I'm so happy that they did. It was genuinely so
I couldn't imagine a live action with different actors. Yeah. Because these people, a lot of new actors coming onto the scene are getting into acting in whatever they can because it's a tough industry to break into. I get it. Mm-hmm. But you can tell when, like, there's a certain actress that people bring up, but you can tell when it is a passion project, it is like a great movie, they're excited to be there, or if it's just a paycheck.
If it's like a money
grab. And these people were putting their whole actresses into it.
Yeah, they were putting it into it.
Even the people who were like there for 2 seconds on screen, they were putting their work in.
Yeah, and they did good too. Also, like, I'm pretty sure they did CGI for like the missing limbs. Best thing I've ever seen. I literally turned and looked at Alyssa and I was like, does the guy who actually played this have a missing arm? Because it looks so freaking
I'm like, I don't think so. I don't think he does, but like they did, a great job with it.
I've never seen something so good ever. All the dragons so realistic, so good looking.
Like obviously, Jurassic Park has shown us that they are doing leaps and bounds with the dragons, with lizards.
Dinosaurs, yeah, and lizards.
But don't. But they really be pushing it.
Yeah.
I get you may be in a rush or anything, but do not hit me.
It's literally a freaking Thursday evening. Chill.
Yeah. Like you're just gonna go back to work tomorrow.
That man is towing a small house.
Me.
Anyways, though, really, really good. I loved all the parts. There were certain parts that, like, I was like, oh, okay, I wish we would have.
It's like they didn't say it. Yeah, sometimes it's like one of the things in the movie is like, do they forget their line?
Yeah, like whenever they first get in to the arena, one of the twins goes like, oh, I can't wait to have like a gnarly scar, like boil or something like that is what it says from this, I think. And then I think like they're sitting there bouncing off one another, and then Astrid goes, yeah, you didn't really do good if you didn't get a scar, like, or whatever. And then that's whenever
Hiccup comes in, he's like, pain. Gotta love it. Yeah. Which in the original movie, the anime movie, they walk in and they're like, yeah, I'm looking for some cool scars in the app. And Roughneck goes, yeah, some scarring on my like lower back.
Yeah.
It's like no fun if you don't get a scar out of it. And then Hiccup goes, yeah, pain. Love it.
But like it took them a while for them to actually like bring that up, because before it was like, oh, okay, it kind of looks like they got their lines a little because they're just standing there in the arena like.
Yeah, every once in a while there's like longer pauses, maybe to feel out stuff or energy, whatever. But it's like
it wasn't bad. Are you gonna stop for gas still?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. It really wasn't bad. I liked it personally.
It was enjoyable.
Yeah, it was still something that I enjoyed.
Toothless is like he looks good for what?
Oh, so good.
Yeah, but when they have him next to the dragons, which they made look more realistic, he looks out of place.
Yeah.
And that's like my main thing, and it's not really a big issue as it is like, you know?
Yeah.
It's not a problem. It's just like, they shown before how they had the dragons how they looked.
Yeah, and I mean, like, he doesn't look crazy out of place, but does he look out of place?
Yeah. Like, oh, these are lizards, and then you look over and you're like,
cat thing. At one point, he literally makes a horse noise too. I was like, that's
a horse noise.
Yeah, which I mean, like, that was their decision.
That was a decision.
Oh my gosh! Okay, you know how we passed by this Go-Mart, and like, they have a window boarded up now.
Yeah.
Guys, what's up with all the boarded windows?
What y'all listening here for? It's a Go-Mart.
It is.
It's like the shadiest Go-Mart. Well, second shadiest. There's one like deeper in Beckley that I've went to twice.
Genuinely, okay. I want to be so real. I've never been to like that one. Have you heard of it before? It's like the lady's like pot, like fake animal zoo that she has at her house.
No.
And you just drive around her yard, and there's just like fake animals like zebras and stuff that she has put out. What is that?
His wheels look sideways, like crooked.
Your suspension is giving out, bud. The way he looked at us too, get out.
I'm like, oh no, I'm driving my safe vehicle.
I spy with myself.
No, I'm taking them.
No, come back. Come back. Okay. So, I genuinely enjoyed it. I think I loved watching Alyssa's face light up throughout the whole thing. Like, I would look over and she was like, boom, excited.
I had to pop it.
She was like, boom, excited. And I loved it so much. Like, the reason why I truly like these movies are because my sister enjoys it. I mean, my sister, as a kid, we didn't really get along. And now that I'm able to go out and do stuff with her and enjoy the same things that she does and do everything like that, it's really giving me, like, it's giving me time back that I didn't have with her. And I really, really, I love her so much. And I have truly the best time with her. And the reason why I'm saying all this is because, like, it's not like she's gonna go back and watch this. she's probably gonna barely edit this and then call it good. But like, my sister has been through a lot, and she, like, the fact that we're able to go out and do this stuff makes me so happy. She is genuinely one of the strongest people I know, and it makes me so proud to have her in my life. And I love that we're able to go out and do stuff and like both enjoy these things. I enjoy her smile and her presence so much. And I feel like this is a part of sisterhood, and I hope that other people get to experience the same thing with this movie, is being with family and enjoying these little things while we still can and we have this time with one another. Because next year, hopefully, I'm going to be going off to college, and I don't know what college I'm going to yet, but I just know it's going to be away from my family, and that's going to tear me apart, especially because it's going to be away from my sisters. Because without her and without my other sister, I truly don't know who I would be. These people have made me into the person I am today. And I am so grateful for them, especially Alyssa. But anyway, not to get sappy, I'm gonna move on, whatever. I feel like she's gonna see that and like fall. I doubt it, actually. Alyssa, if you're watching this, I love you, and I'm happy that you're like watching it through. Anyways, though, the movie was really, really good. If I had to rate it, probably 8 out of 10. Mainly because like Toothless did look a little out of place, stuff like that. But I enjoyed it a lot, and also I want them to make a second movie just so I can cry about like Stoic passing and him and his wife and stuff. Because also I want to see the actress that they picked for his wife. Because that is such a good. See, Alyssa doesn't. I don't have Alyssa right now, and she knows all the freaking names. Oh, she's coming back. Hello.
She talking shit about me. I don't edit these videos very well.
Hey, you don't even have your mic. They probably didn't hear you.
She talking shit about me? I don't edit these videos very well.
No, I'd never. Especially not on your own YouTube channel.
I wouldn't know it. Hey, I got lots of fans. My one chef video had 50 views.
50? Honestly?
2 likes.
Honestly, that's really good. You're moving up in the world, and that's all that matters.
You should like and subscribe.
And maybe leave like a little comment and say like thank you. Or say you went, like tell us that you went and watched the movie.
What's your opinion on live action movies? What's your opinion on dragons? If it's not, they're amazing.
Get out.
Get the fuck out of here. What are you
not
doing?
Welcome. Still like
Who the hell do you think you are?
You're not welcome at this video, but go to the other ones. Wait, do a little drive by that way.
Oh, Trinity, I've already had. Okay, whatever.
Because I want to see. I want to see the windows. I'm nosy.
So,
yeah, they like broke a hole and stuff.
There's a hole in the wall and where one of the doors was.
Were. Yeah. So, I guess someone tried to rob them.
I don't know. Well, it smelled burnt through here.
Yeah,
like
so
when we were driving up here, we were like, it smells like ass.
Yeah, it was like it kind of smelled like sulfur, like eggs.
Yeah,
almost.
So maybe somebody was like, I'm at a gas station. Might as well start a fire.
Yeah, maybe if someone tried to rob them and it was like a robbery gone wrong. Oh, behind a dually. You know that thing's diesel.
Hey, that's why I'm so far back.
The extra wide. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I loved the pottery place. I'm not even gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
I had the best time, and that's probably like one of the best pieces I've ever done.
The Hitty Zippleback looked so good in the movie.
Oh,
I loved it.
Yes.
I was so.
Oh wait, what's the name of the little one?
Terrible Terror.
It looks like a chameleon.
Yeah, it looks like a chameleon, bro.
I love
They gave him a little chameleon eyes.
I loved it so much. Oh, it was.
It came on screen to do that one thing where it like walks out of the little door, and it's like, and we were like, oh, it looks like a chameleon, and then Tough Nut's like, hey, that thing's the size of mine. I was like, yeah, he's in line.
Yes.
Because I was worried they wouldn't do it, because there's some that they missed.
Yeah, they did miss a couple. They also missed a major scene, which is where it's like, oh, you're not flammable from the inside, are you, bud?
Yeah, where he shoots the fire and he goes, yeah, and Hiccup and gets like a little burnt, a little crispy.
Yeah, they didn't do that bit, and then it didn't lead to the other bit that it led to.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a little sad, because then it's just kind of like, okay, the plot wasn't as thick, nor was it as, like, boom there. But I appreciate everything else that they did. This was like truly like some of the best work I think I've ever seen. CGI is getting so good, guys.
Yeah, they killed it on the dragons. And like I wanted to go into this and be kind of a hater, because obviously I'm a live action hater. But everyone did a good job. And I think because I've heard about this thing for like 3 or 4 years now, they were able to take their time and make this a good movie on its own.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times you hear about these live action shits, dude, I cannot get over right now. That guy is on my quarter. You are right next to him. Chill out. Figure it out.
Yeah. Genuinely.
Like, you two are right next to each other and you're like on my ass.
Genuinely, this is the best money grab I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Live action. I like it.
Like, they actually made a good case for themselves.
Yeah. It's genuinely one of the best I think I've seen. And I can't hate it. I love it, honestly.
Yeah, he's going around me.
You better.
Like, dude, I was trying to get around that guy. And also that line in the slow lane, I ain't hopping in that one.
Yeah.
Not until we get closer to the cop area.
Yeah. I know that's right. Yeah.
But it's at my cruise.
It was an enjoyable thing. And also the people hating on the actresses because of like the color of their skin and everything.
Yeah, they'd be like, actor can't be black. Actually, she can, and she killed it.
Yeah, guess what? She's black and she did amazing.
Yeah.
Whoa!
They did a scene where they like try to explain why there's like black and Asian people in there, and I'm like, you could have just like acted like it was normal. Because here's the thing, it doesn't have to be historically accurate.
Yeah.
There's dragons.
Exactly.
I would love for dragons to be real, but at the same time, I don't think it'd be good either.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen.
I wish it would, but no.
Yeah.
But
it's also the first. Okay, I said earlier I don't think that they were gonna do so good with the first flight scene. Did they leave out like the part where he blows the little fireball and like scorches Hiccup? Yes. But was it still really good?
They really killed it.
They did good with that. I liked it.
Everyone's sending their breaks up.
I wish I don't know why they're hitting the brakes. It's a green light.
I know.
I wish that...
Both of them did. It stressed me out.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Okay, buddy. Go on.
Yeah. Big and tough in your truck.
Big and tough in your big old Chevy Silverado.
Yeah. I truly wish
they left out the occupational hazard part.
Yeah, which kind of upset me. Also, they left out the part where like he's like, "All right, we're gonna go back one more time," and then he's like, "Whoever stays takes care of Hiccup," and then they all are like, "Yeah, I'll go."
And so it was that like clarifying why there's brown and Asian people.
Yeah.
He's like, your people are from the Silver Road and came here to fight the dragons because they're such a scourge. Yeah, Silk Road.
Yeah,
your people are from like freaking Nothing Land. He said that to like the black guy. I was like, oh.
I think it was Nothing Land, or I want to say that they might have said like a historical place over close to Africa, which I was like, oh, okay, whatever. But like, I could be very wrong. I'm a history buff, guys. I can't help it. If you meet our father, you'll understand.
Yeah, every 5 minutes he's like, did you know? And I'm like, yeah, we went to that place 30 times for vacation.
Yeah, he's like, did you all know for the Vietnam War? And we're like, yeah, Dad, we know.
He's like, Pearl Harbor and such. And I'm like, cool. Why are you like just staying next to me now that
come on, bub, get down the road.
I'm slowing down so you can be up there because obviously you're having such a crisis.
Yeah.
And you're acting like a dickhead and hitting your brakes and then swerving a little bit and riding people's asses. And you see a red Subaru with a fucking Elvira sticker on the back. That was me, and I think you're a dickhead.
If your plate number is...
I gotta cut that one out. If
your plate number is beep-bop, beep-bop,
if your plate number is...
If your plate number is A, B, C,
yeah, they did that scene well, too, where they're like, toothless, I thought you had my fingers.
Yeah, he stops and he's like...
And they did, like, the hammer for the shiny part. They did change, instead of, like, dragon nip, it was, like, fucking, dandelions, and I made them sneeze instead.
Yeah,
and I'm
that kind of upset me.
I was like, how hard is it to do catnip and have him rubbing on it? Like, why can't Meatleg be happy?
Yeah, why are you literally making Meatleg sneeze like that? Like, because that's Meatleg.
Yeah, it's Meatleg. Why you do that to my girl?
I love her.
Oh my god, no.
And her, like, 4 babies that she has.
Yeah, she has, like, 1 million babies in the Snoggle Tog special.
And then Fish Legs keeps one because he's like, oh, I love you. Yeah.
I think he wants to keep like all of them, but he only keeps like one.
Yeah, they're like,
he's like, maybe.
Hiccup goes and talks to him, and he's like, listen.
No, that's where he finds out Meatleg is a girl because he's like, but boy dragons don't lay eggs. And Roughnut's like, well, your boy dragon is a girl dragon.
I remember.
And he's like, that adds up. Actually, that actually makes sense for a few things. Yeah. And everyone's like,
but like, I don't want to hear what you've been doing with your dragon.
You're like, all right, and we're moving on from that.
And we're forgetting that. Genuinely, I'm having too good of a time.
Yeah, honestly, it was too good of a time.
Yeah, this is something that they better make that freaking second one.
They kept bringing up, like in the first movie, they brought up Hiccup's mother, but they never had a name for her or anything. In the second movie, which you can see they're trying to build up, I love the guy who played Fish Legs, by the way. He did amazing.
Oh,
and so did the girl that played Roughnut, and they've kind of made Fish Legs gravitate towards Roughnut a few times.
Yeah. And
in the third How to Train Your Dragon movie, they end up together.
Yes.
She picks him. I'm like, they like this.
Yeah.
Which at the end of the day, it don't matter. They're fictional.
Yeah.
Was I a big rough lout shipper though? Absolutely. Can't I deal with rough legs? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But we were also joking in the theater because
we're the only ones in there. So
yeah, we're like laughing, kicking our feet. I did not care if that kid was screaming because I was gonna be talking, be annoying myself. So I was like,
you know how I was. I heard like that noisy kid. I was instantly ticked. I was like, dude, we're here to watch a movie, have a good time. But then like I realized the parents were like doing a good job, and I was like, they were trying. So I was like, I can't.
Here's
be too
the thing:
mad.
if you're a parent, and you're actually trying to put effort into your kid, just sitting still, and maybe you don't go to the movie
much
for your kid. It's like a movie for you. That's appropriate for that kid to be there. And I say appropriate because I've seen that video of those parents with like the freaking 6-year-old leaving Final Destination. I've watched that movie. I wouldn't take a 6-year-old to go see it.
I didn't even go see it. That was kind of scary, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, what was that noise I made?
I know, it sounded like you were choking.
I slightly hiccuped. Anyways. But like they were putting in effort. They were trying for their kid. You could tell it was something like...
You could tell that kid just was very high energy.
Yeah.
He was excited.
Yeah.
And both parents were like, oh my god, please don't embarrass us.
Yeah.
They probably came in there like, nobody's gonna, oh my god, 2 grown women. Alright, never mind. Genuinely though, even the haircuts, the hairstyles were great. Accurate. Beautiful. I hope in the second movie, they do a second one for live action, they give Astrid dreads just to fuck people up more.
Yeah, genuinely.
Make them more mad.
Yeah. Oh, but also, like, I love that movie. Like I was saying, whenever Alyssa was pumping gas, I said that I can't wait for the second one because of Stoic's death scene and everything. I want to see how they play that out. I want to see how they play everything. Why is that small car squatting? But I want to see how they play everything else out, you know.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I personally am not asking for a second movie, but it looks like they're heading that way because I didn't finish the thought earlier where I was bringing up their mom, how they brought up Hiccup's mom a lot. They used her name Valka from the animated show.
Yeah.
And they didn't do that in the first one. They didn't do it in the special. They didn't do it in the shows. They said Hiccup's dead mom.
Yeah.
But they never said, Valka.
Which I genuinely, I want to so bad because I want to see who they have as her actress. Like, that's going to be so good.
I mean, they've nailed the casting so far.
Yeah, and I want to see the blood guy or whatever, Bloodfish, Drago Bloodfish. I want to see him.
I want to see who they put as Aerith, son of Aerith.
Yeah, I want to see who they put him down as. The only reason I want to see Drago is because I want to see who has those lungs to scream like that.
Where he gets a rah, rah, yeah, and he like waves a stick around.
Yeah, he kind of reminds me of Grug.
He's like, this is my dragon army. Rhymes with Greg.
Yeah. He's like, I call it screaming. Rhymes with Greg. Because that man, he does a lot of screaming. His voice acting.
Yeah, we were watching it, and I was like, I forgot how much he yelled.
Yeah, like that like big dragon was listening to him because of how scary he is. Like, I've never seen such a small
you're like 4 billion pounds, dude. Why are you listening to him? He's like, he's mean. He yells at me. Look at him.
Do you not hear him 24/7? Like, oh my gosh.
Like,
he's coming at me. Oh, beautiful sight.
Bogey bottom. Bogey bottom. But,
oh, there's people out on the rock. Hello.
It's so fun to fly dragons right here.
Yeah, like.
We have the scenery to fly a dragon. We just ain't got dragons.
Yeah.
And also, I would probably not. I think the best I would do is a terrible terror.
I would like to. I think I'd go for. I forget Astrid's again.
Stormfly is a deadly matter.
I would go for a deadly matter. If, because there's no way I'm getting a cloud.
I like how you just bring up one. You're like, yeah, that one. I'm like, this specifically.
You're my textbook. But specifically, I would go for her at least around in this area. Because let's be real, am I getting like Cloud Jumper? No. Am I getting Toothless? No.
They kept bringing up Skrill in the first movie too, and I'm like, no, you just had the 5 dragons, and they're like, yeah, we gotta get monstrous nightmares, and we have Chronicles and Deadly Natters and Zippleback, and then there's the Night Fury, and then they kept bringing up Skrills, and I'm like, I like the call out to the Skrill. I like the call out to it, but they didn't bring this up except once in the movie for the Book of Dragons.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, I don't know what a skrill is.
Lightning.
That's right, that is it. Oh my god.
The one Dagger's always after.
Why am I so stupid?
You're not. I'm obsessed.
No, I literally just watched like a TikTok edit before we left about it, and I was like, yes, the skrill. And then the whole time even saying it, but like head empty, like what? What?
Yeah. Like, if you're gonna bring up the skrill, at least make a joke about the thunder drum.
Yeah.
I did like the little bit of the Skullgrin that they showed in the movie, because the Book of Dragons is very well illustrated.
Yeah. And they said, like, the Book of Dragons part, whenever he opens it,
he's like, each one of your people from
everybody
from every corner of their land has brought their knowledge and put it into here. They have it like in a locked chest behind a door. They leave the key in that thing.
Yeah. I guess it's like a respect thing, like, dude, just put it back.
Yeah, just, hey guys, put the book back. We don't have to want to regather the knowledge.
Yeah, this is like, and like, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'd be mad.
Yeah. It was all pretty good. They changed some of the wording though, but like as mega nerds that we are about this,
like throughout the movie, I was like, they didn't say it.
Yeah, I know. I was like picking up on stuff too. Granted, I did watch the movie yesterday just so I would be caught up because I knew we'd be doing this. Because I was like,
I didn't have to.
I was like, I'm gonna compare and contrast because like I want to see.
I was still calling shit while she is like, oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I like.
She's like, look at her. She's like, I'm like. What? How does that TikTok saying go where it's like, observe the uber skill of my uber autism?
Yes, that one. I
like
literally quoted that to her. Genuinely, I liked it though. Why do I keep saying? I was like, genuinely. I keep saying that, like
genuinely.
I
say like and a lot. I sit here, I'm like, yeah. Guys, they're pretty cool.
I liked it. I liked it a lot.
It was enjoyable. It was a great remake. It was good acting. It was good storytelling. Even the little shifts and bits that they left out. Like, it's a 2-hour movie. You couldn't include, like, the fireball and the terrible terror scene where it's like, that's a fireproof on the inside,
Yeah. Genuinely, I rated the movie, as a cash grab, it's a good cash grab.
Yeah.
Okay. But as I rated it back at the gas station, Alyssa wasn't here, I rated it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I think that's a fair one.
Because they did miss some things, the whole, like, Toothless not blending in as well. But, like, it's difficult to make him blend in.
Yeah, if they let the other dragons be more cartoony.
Maybe.
Like they had originally, and then people were like, I don't like that. It's like, that's the right lane, not the left lane, assholes. Hold on.
Yeah, they have the wrong sign up.
Fucking, come on, dude.
Yeah. What the freak?
No child left behind, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't even know my left from my right. And the only reason I know it is because I'm like, I write with my right hand.
Yeah, that's the way I remember too, because I'm dyslexic as hell.
Yeah, me too. I love my mom and dad, they're just like, you're not. And I'm like,
no, our parents are like, well, we're like that, nothing's wrong with us. And I'm like, oh.
Dad's like, spell I cup.
I know, people would have me spell that out loud, and I'd be like, I don't get it. And they're like, it ain't even funny, Alyssa, because you just don't get it. And I'm like,
yeah.
What does it mean? They say it to me, and I'm like, what does that mean?
Yeah, only time I got it is in, like, middle school, not even lying.
Because somebody, like, spelled it out on a piece of paper and showed me, and I was like,
yeah! Oh, yeah, also another thing, I never understood, like, the 3-line S. I've never been able to make one of those.
I struggle with that one, too.
I've never been able to make one of those. Almost coughed directly into the mic. Don't worry.
It's fine. But, I'm trying to think. What bits in the movie? Oh, towards the end when they are finding the Red Death, it is great. Even though certain things they cut out, there are still certain things. Like, they didn't do the, look, we're on dragons! All of us, we're on dragons! Look! Like, whenever they come in. And I cannot remember if that was Snotlout or Tough Nut.
Yeah.
Oh, it was one of them. I think it was Tough Nut.
I want to say it was Tough Nut too, but it very well could have been Snotlout.
Yeah. Because I cannot distinct the voice from each other in my head right now.
Either way, it was really good. I enjoyed it. Especially, like, it wasn't not like that.
When the twins go and get Snotlout, which in the animated movie, they do pick him up by him jumping and landing in between the zippleback necks where it meets the body. In the movie, both twins like hold their hands out and they're like, "Come on, Snotlout," and he's like, "You got me. Yeah, him." But he still jumps and makes it, and they both like look down at their hands, they're like, and look at each other, and then they look back and he's like in between the necks, and they're like, "Hey, it worked." He's like, "Yeah, it worked. It worked." But when Astra starts distracting the dragon, it bites Stormfly, the deadly natter that she's riding, that she hasn't technically given a name to yet, tail.
Yeah.
And it's holding it while it's like trying to fly away. And so Astra gets in there. She starts busting out its teeth.
Yeah, I mean, like, this girl
I'm like, holy shit.
And then, like, the mouth is trying to close around her, and she
just keeps fucking
breaking them teeth. Call her a dentist, because, baby, she's pulling them. Like, oh my gosh, she's going insane.
And I mean, like, she's not taking out one or two. She took out, like, 12 or some shit. Like, anytime one went to go, like, close on her, she's like, bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, like, she was hacking away at those things. Like, this girl knows survival. Like, survival instincts is her. Like,
yeah. Like, girl, don't hesitate.
No, she don't got time to. And, like, that was good.
Yeah. She did a great action. Please be careful.
There's 2 deer over there, yeah.
Please be careful.
Careful, SpongeBob!
Me watching that tractor trailer swerve closer to the white line, I'm like, careful.
Careful, SpongeBob.
I think.
I really enjoy, like, I enjoyed the little, okay, in the moment I was like, okay, what the freak is that? That makes me mad. But they had a moment where the Book of Dragons, you know, and then they're all like, she's like, read it, and he goes to say something to her. And she's like, whose side are you on? And then she's
like, he's like, what if we're doing the wrong thing? I mean, we're taking their food, we're like, we moved here even. And she's like, hold on. And they kept bringing up the fact that he was like the chief's son and that he probably pulled a few strings or he doesn't have to worry about anything. I'm like, first of all, no, Stoke didn't even want him there. It was Gobber, his gay uncle, who was literally like, actually, Trinity in the theater was like, because some of the Vikings who are missing limbs don't have like attachments or anything like Gobber does. And Trinity was like, man, why doesn't Gobber, like, why don't they have those? And I'm like, you think a straight man's going to make himself a ton of interchangeable accessories like Gobber has?
Yeah.
That's your first song. There were songs.
There were.
But during that like little argument during the Book of Dragons scene where she's like, your dad, it must be nice not having to worry about anything. Like, you got to pick a side. She's like, you know, you have a pretty big house. I'm keeping my eye on it because I'm going to be the next chief, thinking it's going to, like, rile him up or some shit. Yeah. He's like, no, I think you'd be a good chief.
Yeah, he's like, my dad wants someone like you anyways. It's not like I'm going to be chief, so.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, you're more the kid my dad wanted than me. And she's like.
She's looking at him like.
She's like, you're supposed to, like, argue with me. And he's like, no, you're right.
Yeah, and so she's like, stay out of my way. And then she's like, and like, stomps out.
And he's like.
He's like, why's she mad at me?
And after the romantic flight scene, what the fuck are you doing? Okay, stay in your lane. Stay in your lane.
Stay. Please. Thank you.
Oh my god.
Anyways,
okay, now it came over without a blanker.
At the end of it, Gobber looks at Stoic and says, it looks like you've got a chief in the making.
Yeah. That
was sweet.
They made a lot of hints towards the second movie that I'm just like, you're really planning on that second movie, y'all. I think this movie could do well.
Yeah. The second movie, like I said, it's my fave. So if they don't do it, I'm genuinely going to be upset. Yeah. And also, I want to see, like, Cloud Jumper.
Oh, yeah, live action Cloud Jumper. Like, Toothless next to that would be
crazy.
I know. Because like, I think they both could look cartoony / realistic, like that weird mix of it.
Yeah. They would have an opportunity there. If they did something like that. Also, Cloud Jumper is so much bigger than all the other dragons.
Yeah.
Like, it's a big dragon.
I'd love to see the Bewilderbeast in live action.
Yes, because of how big they are, like to
Yeah.
see that animated.
And see how realistic they can make it.
Yeah, because in like the animated movie, obviously the dragon's to human ratio, it doesn't really match up very well. But this time they made it like accurate. Like this dragon, Toothless, is a good bit bigger than Hiccup, and it was like that Stoic was pretty like decent size next to next to Toothless. But now in like this new live action, Toothless is a pretty big size. So to see the even bigger dragon next to him that his mother rides, that would look good in like comparison.
Like the Monster's Nightmare is a big dragon, but it's like skinny.
Yeah.
Where Stormcutter or Cloud Jumper, I think that's the type of dragon it is, but I cannot remember.
I think that's just its name, and it's like it's a Stormcutter.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But that, because that name just jumps out whenever I think of it.
Yeah, I think the sky's something too.
It's meatier in a sense. It's thicker. It's bigger.
It's got that second.
It has that
wings.
build. Yes.
It's got that big head.
Yes.
And I want to see that because I know that's gonna look good. What?
It makes me want to watch Race to the Edge real bad.
Genuinely, it makes me want to watch that second movie again. Me sitting down in the living room, myself being yes. Yeah.
Their movie's great too. I love the Hobgobbler. I don't bring that up enough, but I love the Hobgobbler.
Yeah.
Cause like the entire movie, Gobber's like, get that fucking thing away from me. And Valka's like, what's wrong, Gobber? He's like, get that fucking thing away from me.
I wonder if that was like the one that like took his hand.
No, it was the
one with
the bone napper.
Yes.
But my little red wagon, and somebody is in a red Ram. That says Power Wagon in front of me.
Their license plate.
Stop. I think she's gonna do it, and I'm not gonna edit it out. I'm gonna forget, and then we're gonna get in trouble. But
all of like 50 people who watch it are gonna be like, guys. Oh my gosh.
Wait, can you see how much gas is right now? I can't.
Gas for diesel
regular
$2.96.
Oh, it's cheaper down here. What the hell?
It's because it's USAVE. USAVE is always cheaper than GoMart, but the gas at USAVE is never that good.
Yeah, the gas at USAVE fucks up a vehicle.
It really does.
I think they have more water mixed in.
No, yeah, they do. They mix in water with their gas big time, which isn't good, by the way. Not for your gas brand car. It's one thing if it's like a car that can't. It's like a hydrogen car, but the man who created that literally died.
He got assassinated.
Yeah.
Because the government met up with him to make a deal, and he was like, I think I'm gonna shoot my shot somewhere else, and then 10 days later he was found dead.
Yeah, but don't worry, there is a YouTube video. If you look it up, you can technically make your own, but it wouldn't be considered road legal. Just letting those know. So if you want to build your own hydrogen car and you have the money to do it, you can.
Yeah, put that blinker on after you get right up on there and hit your goddamn brakes like it's nothing.
It's not road legal, though, if you do.
I always want to make a hydrogen,
like
a water-powered power thing. Generator.
Oh, yes. Generator, that'd be good. Or like a four-wheeler.
I bring it up to Dad, and he's like, I'm not doing that. I'm too tired. And I'm like, that's understandable. Goodbye.
Yeah. I really don't like the fact that we went for solar. It was obviously like a money grab situation.
I think solar is useful because water is so limited in certain areas, but we literally flood here. And we have, but at the lake where the whatever.
Hydroponic.
Hydroponic.
It's not hydroponic. It's the tunnels. That's all I know it as.
That's what we call them, the tunnels. But they are, like hydropower, whatever. They harvest energy from the water passing through them. All that power goes up to the Carolinas and Pennsylvania. We don't get it here.
Yeah.
It's not distributed here.
Which is kind of like dookie.
Yeah, it's ass.
But like, at least the house is close to it should get something. We should be able to pay for it.
Yeah. It should be cheaper.
Yeah, let's put our blinker on last minute as well. That's fine. That's
They're tourists. Look at them. With their bikes, with their baskets on them.
Tourist with West Virginia tags.
Trinity, there are places in West Virginia I have not been.
Yeah, I understand that. But, like, come on. I'm just a griper.
I'm just a complainer.
I'm a hater, some would say.
Number one hater.
D1 hater.
But,
Their license plate was.
Trying to think.
I think we hit all the major points.
I think we did. I think we killed it.
And we're almost on 2. So. Yeah. Well.
So maybe 8 out of 10. Go watch it. Actually.
Yeah.
It's surprisingly good.
Yeah, go watch it so I can get that second one. If you don't watch it, I'm coming for you.